Manaslu, the mountain of the spirit. The name derives from the Sanskrit word manasa, meaning soul or spirit. At 8,163 meters above sea level, Manaslu is considered as one of the best entry mountains into the world of high-altitude mountaineering. The summit success rate is among the highest for 8,000-meter peaks. But the way to the summit is far from easy. It requires advanced mountaineering skills, consistent training, excellent health and fitness, iron determination, as well as a little luck when it comes to the weather. 8K Expeditions is a Nepali adventure company with a wealth of experience guiding international clients on all 14 8,000 peaks in the Himalayas. One of the owners, Lakpa Sherpa, is in his 10th year of guiding on Manaslu. Under his supervision, more than 500 climbers have reached the summit.
This year I have 36 plus international climbers, plus 40 climbing Sherpa with 5 certified IFMJ guides. So I'm quite nervous also, but also very happy to be back here. Every year, as you know, every year we organize a Manaslu exhibition with a safety record, with a success with a safety record, you know.
The first point of the expedition is the Manaslu base camp, which lies at 4,880 meters along the Manaslu Glacier. It serves as home for climbers for their 4-week stay. 8K Expeditions provide each climber with a tent that has enough room for a single mattress and space for 2 duffel bags. Each tent comes with a porch to dry clothes and equipment. Even though the base camp is located at nearly 5,000 meters above sea level, the 8K Expeditions chefs take pride in using fresh ingredients to prepare nutritious, filling and tasty meals for the climbers, catering for international tastes. Every day they bake bread and cakes from scratch while using fresh vegetables in their cooking so that the food is nutritious as well as delicious.
Hey, 8K Chef, special soup is ready!
8K Expeditions employ local Nepali staff in the base camp as well as the higher camps. All expeditions in the Himalayas begin with a Puja ceremony. It is a blessing ritual sacred for Sherpa people. It's performed by Tibetan Buddhist lamas who often travel great distances from monasteries to base camps. The purpose of a puja is to ask the mountain for a safe passage and a safe return. Offerings of special food and drink are made, and climbers bring their equipment to be blessed. The lamas also bless each climber individually and put a red string around each climber's neck. At the end of the ceremony, special flower is tossed in the air in celebration and for good luck.
Good luck. Oh, thank you.
Climbing Manaslu involves 2 rotations up and down the mountain in order to both acclimatize and move equipment to the higher camps. The first rotation takes 2 days. Climbers start at the base camp and make their way towards Camp 1, which stands at an altitude of 5,800 meters. For most climbers, it is the first time attempting to scale an 8,000 peak, and the journey is full of surprises.
I'm curious what will become, and I live from one day to another day. Let's see.
This involves a scramble towards the glacier to the so-called crampon point, where climbers put on their crampons to traverse the glacier safely. After this point, the route passes some deep crevasses and involves a climb over short but steep ice walls. The first rotation usually takes the longest, perhaps several hours, as climbers are not yet fully acclimatized. 8K Expeditions have a dining tent and a staffed kitchen in Camp 1, and climbers share a 2-person tent. Sleeping at this altitude is uncomfortable at first, because the body is not yet used to the high altitude, but it ensures the best acclimatization necessary.
Acclimatization is very important. Without acclimatization, you have a lot of altitude sickness problem. So that's why the altitude is very important. Even for us like Sherpa people, they need also acclimatize.
The next day, climbers go up a few hundred meters to what's called a touch of Camp 2, before descending back to the base camp for a few days' rest. In between rotations, mountaineers can make the best use of their time at the base camp. There are laundry and relaxation areas, such as the 8K cafeteria.
Considering we're living on a mountain, it is very comfortable. Tents are nice, comfy, warm. Weather you can't control, but even when the weather is bad, it's still fabulous. It's really, really well looked after by 8K.
The second rotation from base camp is a 3-day excursion to both Camp 1 and 2, which lies at 6,400 meters. The route between Camp 1 and Camp 2 is considered to be the most technical and dangerous of the entire route. Soon after leaving Camp 1, climbers have to pass under overhanging seracs as well as an avalanche field. This is followed by a series of 5 large vertical ice walls. Climbers must also navigate huge crevasses, which change frequently as the glacier moves. It takes a lot of physical effort, and strong climbing skills are required to get to Camp 2.
I was expecting it to be difficult, not this difficult, and but yeah, I expect every day to be as difficult, and taking it one day at a time and just getting past that one day at a time with grace.
After a good rest and a simple dinner at Camp 2, climbers go to sleep early. Sleeping at this altitude can be uncomfortable, but waking up here offers breathtaking views.
I kept waking up, gasping for air, not sure if where I am really, and looking at the time and it's like 11, 1, 3. Oh my God, when is this alarm clock gonna go off?
Yeah.
It was the longest night, but it wasn't, I guess, too horrific.
Yeah, it was really crazy because I also was not really tired to sleep. So I hope not one of these nights again.
Yeah.
To complete the second rotation, climbers must return to the base camp. This involves abseiling down vertical ice walls. Since there is only one fixed rope, queues can form as climbers wait for their turn. More and more women are joining big expeditions in the Himalayas. 8K Expeditions supports female climbers and promises to do its utmost to ensure their safety. They only employ staff who come with personal recommendations of trusted staff members.
All the man guides or the cook or the cooking helper or something like that, they're all men, but they're totally friendly and it's always in a friendly way, and I never felt like that I have a problem with them or something like that. So it's really cool.
As part of final preparations for the summit push, climbers receive crucial oxygen training at base camp. Most climbers on 8,000 peaks use supplemental oxygen to survive in the so-called death zone. It helps the body function at altitudes above 8,000 meters. Oxygen tanks have to be carried by climbers in their backpacks, so it's important to know how to use them. When it's time for the summit push, climbers make their way to Camp 2 and after a night there, continue to Camp 3, which lies at 6,600 meters. It is here where the final preparations are made. Mountaineers have to make sure their oxygen masks fit and work properly, prepare their clothing and gear, and their food and water for the long summit push ahead. For many, it's a time of nervous excitement.
I'm not afraid, I'm excited. I'm all in for this. I put all my energy, my excitement and everything for this summit.
Mountaineers leave Camp 3 at around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. A long night of climbing lies ahead. The route to Camp 4 goes over steep sections so climbers move slowly and in a line. Camp 4 sits at 7,400 meters above sea level. The path towards the summit now widens and is less steep, but movement here at this altitude is difficult. Once the sunrise comes, Manaslu summit seems closer than ever. In 2021, the true summit of Manaslu was discovered with a drone, and since then, reaching the actual summit requires a delicate traverse of an exposed slope. The summit of Manaslu is very narrow, and only 2 climbers can safely stand on it at any one time.
Finally, the summit of Manaslu, the 8th highest mountain in the world. Incredible to be here. What a journey it was. 13.5 hours to get to the summit. Thank you very much to 8K Expeditions and to Lakpa, who's an incredible guide. What a journey it's been. Astonishing to stand on the summit of this mountain. Incredible. Wow.
At 8,163 meters, Manaslu is the 8th highest mountain in the world and is one of only 14 peaks rising above 8,000 meters. It is a testament to the hard work and determination of each climber and their 8K Expeditions guide to successfully reach the top. After enjoying the unforgettable summit moment, the long descent begins. Most climbers break it down with a night at Camp 2, but some push all the way down to the base camp.
I feel like I was struck by a train at least 2 times, but I feel really happy because it was my dream for, I think, 5 years. And after that, when I made this dream true, I'm really happy. It's a life-changing moment.
Back at the base camp, after a good rest, a shower and a hearty meal, it is time for Manaslu summiteers to celebrate their success together. Returning to the base camp after a successful summit is an emotional moment for everyone. For many, their long-held dream has come true. For others, the previously unimaginable has been achieved. And for all, summiting Manaslu is an outstanding triumph, earning them a place in mountaineering history.